reviewing issue 3 of MoonKnight. When we last left off in the last chapter, it turns out not only MoonKnight but his friends that was helping him escape was getting surrounded by like some mummified zombies. And I'm liking the cover. Like, this cover is pretty sick. And, you know, just like Night of the Living Dead, you see all these zombies shambling about towards him. Everyone's freaking out. And his result is this. Okay, there's a few zombies. I'm going to wind up taking them out. So he's basically pulling some martial arts. He's going at them, kicking their ass little by little. I think it was only one other person fighting with him. It was the one girl. It was Frenchie. Frenchie was blocking, and the one girl was hitting him with a pipe, while Crawley was protecting Marlene, who was basically in a coma state. She's still knocked out. Yeah. You see right there, he's knocking people's heads off. She's popping them with a pipe. He's elbowing them. Pretty easy. You figure they're zombies. They better be easy. Be pissed off. He gets bit and then goes mummified. And then, I can't pronounce that damn name. Yo, Bev, how would you say that name? Ammut. Amut? Emet? I don't know. I'm just gonna call her Alligator Lady. Or, Soul Eater, Alligator Lady, one of the things. Basically, that's a psychiatrist that was, telling him that everything he believes is a lie. Everything that he's seeing, feeling is all in his head. And now he sees the true image of her thanks to Khonshu. And the funny part is that she's still baiting him. Like, she's still baiting him, and he gets so pissed off, he just cracks her. When you punch an alligator lady, you know you have anger stored up in you. Because if I see a woman walking towards me with an alligator head, I will run. I wouldn't sit there, I wouldn't glare into her eyes and sock her in the face. Would you?
Who?
Punch an alligator lady.
No, she might bite my hand off.
She ain't bite his hand off, he cold cut her. And then, while she's on the floor, she's basically telling him, still egging him on and saying, oh, you're crazy, all this is in your head, the doctors are coming out of nowhere with the needles, which her assistant doctors, or her assistant nurses, look like little jackals, like little Anubis slaves, working for her. And he's basically getting brainwashed again, so now he's doubting himself. And it turns out, every time he doubts himself, he sees the false reality they put for him. But when he starts listening to Khonshu, that's when he starts seeing how things really are. So they go to try to stab him with the needle, as you see in this one panel, and then he pulls some James Bond type stuff. He punches the dude in the gut, flips the needle out of his wrist, stabs her in the neck, kicks the dude in the gut, and, well, kicks the other nurse in the balls, technically, and just runs off. That was some quick stuff. And as you see, they're all human now because now he's doubting himself. So, in the next panel, he asks Khonshu, is this really real again? Now, I'm getting tired of him repeating himself, but I can understand because in the state of confusion, you repeat yourself. You ask repeated questions. And he keeps asking Khonshu the same question. And all Khonshu said is, like, don't let them doubt your insanity. Don't let them basically diminish you to try to be normal, because that is what's going to kill you. Embrace your insanity, embrace your madness, he says. And I kind of like that panel because he says, let your insanity guide you. Like, that is something you don't really tell people that. But I guess Khonshu could get away with it. And with that said, he quickly got to his friends, and basically he had this reminiscence. He's allowing his instincts to guide him through this underground subway temple that he could see. Because it looks like Crawley and them sees trains and buses. He could see, like, the labyrinth, which is pretty crazy. You see, everything he sees around him is labyrinth and sand. But Crawley, Frenchie, and the two women, they see a subway with mummies, apparently. Oh, you figure they shouldn't see the mummies, but they see it. Yeah, I guess loopholes. And then Anubis comes out. Yes, Anubis, and the first thing he says is like this: I will allow you safe passage. Like, they walk into this subway this half subway, half Egyptian tomb thing with the overvoid. As y'all remember how the overvoid looks, it's basically all that in the background where Anubis is at. And when he says, "Yeah, we'll take the safe passage. Come on, guys, we gotta go." And Frenchie and the others don't see Anubis except Crawley. Crawley sees Anubis. The other ones don't. The other ones kind of, by what she said, she's like, "Oh, I forgot my bus fare," which is a little weird. I'm not sure if she was joking because there was no indication that she was joking in that panel. She was like pretty serious, and Mark was like, "What are you talking about? You don't see him?" So that was a little interesting. So he quickly gets on there and leaves with them. However, it says it's done and the price is paid. Now, at first, I was curious too. I'm like, what price? They ain't paid nothing. They just hopped on his little raft. And why does Anubis have a raft? Like, this dude is from the Overvoid. He is a god, and he's chilling on a raft. That's them. I don't know. I picture Anubis coming down with a awesome looking, like, entrance, not a raft. But I think the way Anubis works with this whole traveling through the Overvoid is that he has to take a life because in the next panel he basically takes Crawley then doesn't go with them. He says, "I'm gonna stay here, I'm too old," which is kind of sad because MoonKnight was like, "Yeah, you know what, Crawley, I'm gonna come back for you," and Crawley's like, "No, don't bother, I'm too old, I'm not gonna keep going through this." And I'm like, damn, that's kind of messed up because Crawley was one of the guys who was helping him wake up from this effed up trance that he was in since issue 1. And they quickly leave, and Frenchie and the girl they say they smell New York, so I guess they smell pizza or something. I don't know what they smell. I don't know what New York smells like. Everywhere smells different than me in a weird way. New York smells like city. It don't really smell nothing new, but to them it smells like New York. But when they broke out of the sewage hatchet, it turns out sand starts pouring in. And they're like, "Wait, what's going on? Guys, don't let the sand in your mouth." And they're going through all this struggle. But when they come out of it, that's where something interesting happens. And it turns out New York is basically covered in a pyramid with flying Anubises. It looks like Anubis. Yeah, it's like flying jackals. Not Anubis, my bad. It's flying jackals roaming New York with a giant pyramid in the middle. Similar to what we saw in issue 1. Yeah, I think it was issue 1 when he went on the rooftop and he saw the area, and it was basically the city covered in pyramids and stuff. So we're not sure we're pretty sure if it looks normal, it's the illusion. Because they were trying so hard to make Mark believe he was insane. Just for he won't basically do what he's doing now. But now I still have more questions. How did it end up like this? How did all the planet, most likely, not just New York, because not everything can happen to New York, I guess. Well, in Marvel, everything happens in New York, but if New York is like this, most likely the rest of the world is. And it's flipping crazy because that means issue 2, they stated that there was somebody able to leave the Overvoid. If that's the case, I'm pretty sure leaving the Overvoid will cause a rift, and that rift leaks, etc. And this is the leak. I think due to that person who left the rift, he made a leak, and now whatever's in the Overvoid is leaking onto New York. That's my theory. And I'm not. If it's right, that's pretty cool because that means whoever escaped the rift got dumped back into the rift to fix it. If not, we'll see how the writers are going to take part in this. This issue didn't really have action. It has more dialogue, so you could get used to the characters, and it's okay. It's okay. It raised more questions on what's going to happen, and I like that. I like the anticipation, but this issue it's an okay read. It's nothing really dramatic. It just gives you a little more information on how everyone's feeling about this. Not really information on what the story is going on with right now. But we will have to see next week. And I'll see y'all in the next review.